A couple of weeks ago, I asked my community if they had any type of lead fear or anxiety. And this is the result. Isn't it beautiful? Such a perfect normal distribution. Okay, so my followers, the followers that actually take the effort to answer my polls, are not the average climbers. But I think it's still interesting, right? Now I will start the step-by-step guide about how to overcome fear of lead climbing. And this video is specifically aimed at those people who are almost never lead climbing or lead climbing at their on-site level or below. You should never start with lead falls. The idea of lead climbing alone is stressful enough, and lead falls are not appropriate for this level of training. People that are avoiding lead climbing usually are afraid of the void. The feeling of lack of support, either underneath or close by, makes them uncomfortable. And this is normal because one of our main coping strategies to overcome stress and uncertainty is to exert a certain degree of control. Makes sense, right? It's not irrational. This was also the case for my friend Elisa, who not only was brave enough to try to overcome her fears, but also agreed to doing so while being recorded. I can never thank her enough, because for me it was very important to have in my video someone who is really afraid of lead climbing. And this is because of two main reasons. The first is that you can see the real reactions that someone who is afraid of falling experiences. And the second one is that you can get an idea of the level of stress that you should be feeling and also the time that it would be required. Since I cannot be there with you, you and maybe a friend of yours have to decide whether to continue or to stop. And this is dependent on the level of stress that you're experiencing. So I believe that seeing someone who is really under stress will help you with this decision making. The very first step is to get used to the idea of lead climbing. What I did was to go on the lead wall and put up a top rope. And I asked Elisa to go up on top rope while waiting and stopping at different heights. In that way, she was getting used to the void and also getting more confident that she can manage those levels of stress. Okay, just let go. Yes. Okay, you look pretty relaxed. Not too much, so the legs are not relaxed. Relax the legs? Yes, okay. Now you're breathing. It also helps a lot to have a good belayer that you trust. Gradually increase the familiarity with the void. Try to take some small top rope falls and try increasing a bit the slack. When some of the exercises will make you feel uncomfortable, repetition will help, but only if you have a positive mindset. This will build by the slight increase of the difficulty of the exercises. So don't be afraid of doing something easy. You need to be in control. You are the one who is in control of these exercises. If you have a positive mindset and the exercise have a good outcome, so nothing bad happens, two things can happen. The first one is that you will find the exercise much easier than you expected, and then you will feel a sudden relief. Or this could be still okay, but kind of stressful. So this is when you would like to repeat it. In this case, you should know that you should try at least a couple of times. In the second repetition, you could feel exactly the same level of stress, but with a slightly bit more control. Afterwards, from the third repetition, you should feel better. If after 4 repetitions, you experience no diminishing of the level of stress, then go down. Just stop. Take a break, maybe eat something, talk with someone, and then you can try after 10-15 minutes, and you could either do the same exercise or try to make an easier version of the same exercise. For the last step, try to increase the level of uncertainty. Maybe go for a lateral swing. Again, follow the rule of not going further if after 4 tries you're not decreasing your level of discomfort. If you can find this fun, it will be the best. And finally, I will give you an extra step. This is not part of the program, but since Elisa was so enthusiastic about her progresses, we decided together to try taking an extra step. She took a couple of falls with the quick draw over her waist level, taking proper lead falls. And that was it. Remember, there is no shame in being afraid, and going over your comfort zone is one of the hardest things that we can do. Since these exercises can increase the level of stress quite a bit, my suggestion is to do this once a week. This is also why you should subscribe and make sure that you activated the notifications so that you don't miss next week's episode. If you like this video, please consider dropping a comment for the algorithm. I'll see you soon and stay psyched.